All right.
Hello, beautiful people.
It is your country boy,
And your city girl,
Eric
and ELAINE.
of ericandelaine.com.
Yes.
Yeah, where we talk about all things relationships.
Healthy
Okay.
relationships.
Heal thy relationships.
Yes.
Right? So tonight we have a great
A phenomenal couple.
in store for you. A great show in
Yes.
store for you tonight. And listen, if you're about all things relationship, if you're a couple in business, this is the show for you, right? We're talking to my brother from another mother,
And my sister from another mister.
Chris and Don Johnson,
Yes.
So-
We call them the Westside Johnsons.
and they call us,
The Southside Johnsons.
right? So, yes, we just enjoyed a wonderful time together
Oh, my goodness.
here last month
That's
and
all
everything.
the time.
The beginning, yes,
I mean,
every
just to be
time.
honest, it's all the
It's
time.
a party.
It's a party.
It's a party,
Yes.
and we gonna eat because sister be
Yeah.
tearing it up
Yes.
in the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
All right. So if you about that life and you want, you're interested in the topic about couples in business
Together.
together,
Let's not leave that part out.
yes. Stay tuned. All right.
Yes.
Chris is not. Oh, you know what? I said I was gonna play something. I got this special treat.
A special treat.
A Tale of Two Hunters. Let me roll that beautiful
Bean
footage.
Let's get it.
Bravo!
Yes.
No.
Made possible. Huh?
Hats off to the production company.
Okay.
No.
Made possible by the Westside Johnsons.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
Now. But yeah, man.
But we are so, this is so special to us. We're so excited
Yes.
because not only are these two individuals, friends, they're family.
Yes.
And I must say that I am so grateful. I have to say, Don and I go way back. Let me just start there.
Right.
Don and I, we go way back. We like these,
Not
right?
a measuring stick. Not a measuring stick.
But no, for real, I'm serious. So,
Right.
Don knew me. We were around each other. I was maybe 13, 14 years old, and Don was I've never told her this, but she was like 16, 17 years old, and I looked up to her from afar, because she was like this, mature, how she carried herself and everything, I don't need to deal with all you little peons, you little young people, right? But she would only come to church, every now and again with her dad and stepmom. And so when I would see, I'd be like, ooh. And so, me and her brother kind of had, a little thing, nothing, baby. But we kind of had a little thing, as young teenagers.
Okay, so now you gonna change the whole show.
No. And so, but I always wanted to get close, to Dawn, to know her more. But that didn't happen till later in life. And boy, am I glad that it did. Because she's literally like my sister. For
Big
real.
sister.
Yeah, my big sister.
Hands
Thank
down.
you for saying that. That's my big sister.
Something
So,
else.
yes, I love this couple.
And she is the owner of Precious Cargo Childcare.
Yes.
Right? Now, when we say couples in business together, there's couples in business together, and there's couples in business together that have different businesses.
Yeah.
And my brother from another mother.
See, here he goes.
Yes.
Compete
Come on.
now.
The one.
We're going to fight over these two?
The
Come on.
only. The most home defense devices on one man's body at one time.
I got to get you.
Chris Johnson! Oh.
Okay.
Right. Listen, the owner of Aim with a Purpose. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Home defense organization, outdoor enthusiasts, and all of that good stuff, man. Listen.
And so much more.
Yeah, and so much more.
Yeah.
A brother in the faith.
Yeah.
And it is just awesome to be able to interview him because that video, you guys, on my first hunt, listen, it brought me to tears. My first hunt. It really
you okay?
did. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
It's a little dusty.
All right. Yeah. Gotta get these girls in here to dust.
Yeah, they need the dust. All of this particulate matter in the air is ridiculous. No, but for real, that was my first hunt, my first deer I harvest, and he was, as you can see in the video, he was right there by my side, guiding me through the whole process. Now that was one failure as far as how I got the deer, but I've charged that to me because I wasn't supposed to be riding back with the anyway. I wasn't supposed to say
no, you were not.
At minute 8:15. Take out the banana. Thank you, sis.
Thank you.
But that was my first hunt and first harvesting.
Yeah.
What's crazy? In Hunt, Texas.
Right.
My brother and sister took ELAINE and me out on a very relaxing weekend. Much needed because been on the grind, since the panoramic. ELAINE and I haven't been anywhere and everything. So we brought them here because we feel like these are people that you can glean from in your relationship.
Yes.
Right? It's the ability to because of the 50-50 things that's out here.
Yeah.
We did I put a link in the video. A link in the description regarding the video we did talking about 50-50 and everything. But to be able to be on one accord together, both giving,
that's huge.
To one another, and moving forward. It's just a beautiful thing. To start a business during the panoramic.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then to have a business survive through the panoramic.
Okay, and and not just survive but thrive.
Right. Thrive, hands down.
And so it's so many reasons why we want to celebrate this couple, and we just consider it really. I'm not playing. We really consider it an honor.
Yes.
And I can say, before we move on, I'm so grateful. I spoke
Likewise.
about Dawn, but Chris, I tell you, Chris is one who I really enjoy my husband being around. Right, I love it because there's so much alike.
There's only two people that she allowed me. My
That
motorcycle member, yes.
You want
She
to tell
like,
people that.
I don't, and listen, if a person can't be my wife's friend, hands down. But maybe there could have been a better choice of words because you're not like that.
Right, I'm not, all the time.
But anyway, people that are safe. You know, like my motorcycle mentor, he is safe on the bike. You know, and she's comfortable with me going with him, and to be around self-defense, or what we like to call bananas. You know, Chris is the only one that she would feel comfortable with me being around.
Yeah, and truth be told, because I, you know, to just honor to honor the both of you. You know, you're amazing husbands, you're amazing fathers, and I will say, you know, that y'all, you know, both of you you love your wives.
Yes.
So ain't that right, Don? That's one of the big things about it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
They love their wives,
Down.
and they take care of us, and so thank y'all. And that we salute. We salute.
Hands down. So enough of us going on and on.
Because we can.
Yeah, about the Johnsons, right? Tell us a little bit about yourself. Well, we just told everybody.
You took
Anyway.
off like a rocket.
Who you are, how long you've been married, and the demographics of the family.
Tell the peoples.
Okay.
Okay. I'm Daniela. Everybody call me Dawn. I am, like Eric said, the business owner of Precious Cargo Child Care Center here in Katy. It's for 8 years now. Still surviving. And we have 5 adult children. Very much so.
Adults.
Yeah, adults.
Grown.
Adults, that's the key word.
Yes, we have 2 beautiful twin girls on the oldest, and we have a 30-year-old son, a 29-year-old baby girl, and then a 22-year-old baby boy. So we're very grateful, and 4 grandchildren. So
Yes,
Right.
yes, blessed, and more blessed.
yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
Yes, we look. We know what that life is like. Absolutely. All right. And so Chris.
18 years.
18
18 long, strong
Yes.
years.
Yes.
But as y'all know, my name is Chris. I'm the owner of Aim with a Purpose, banana shop, all things self-defense, all things hunting, all things fishing, survival, camping, you know, the whole nine. We try to supply a little bit of everything for everybody. If you're an outdoor enthusiast, it is definitely the place for you. So my thing was to open a store where we could be comfortable shopping and get the attention and the support that we deserve. You know, that's the whole purpose behind opening Aim with a Purpose.
Awesome.
Yes. And of course, I mean, so do you teach classes, Chris, or what happens? You know, it's just a place to shop for those essential items for outdoors, or do you also teach classes?
Technically, it is just a place to shop for your outdoor needs.
Okay.
But because of my love for the business and the industry, I do find myself teaching safety classes and home defense classes.
Awesome. I have to give it to my man. He helped me get my first on the fence banana.
You've had a lot of firsts with
Yeah,
Jones,
first.
Westside
I'm telling
Johnsons.
you, Westside. You know,
He changed
you're
your
talking
lives.
about a deficit. You know, if the United States, my deficit is greater than the U.S. deficit to this brother when it comes down to the first and all this other stuff and home defense and the things that I've come across and learned about survival, you know, and everything. It's been, it's amazing. It's amazing. So, but tell me this. Tell me, how did you guys meet? I mean, I know the Cliff Notes. She saw you. She had to have you hands down, she wasn't taking no for an answer, and she wouldn't stop until she got you. But give me just the,
You said, well, he was officiating a wedding, his cousin to my cousin, and I did not know that. Yes, my cousin of the one that was getting married said, "Well, why don't you come to Anthony's wedding?" And I'm like, "Okay." And I kind of got lost, and I'm like, "I'm about to turn around. I'm not going to do this." So I finally, maneuvered my way to the church and opened the doors open. I'm like, "Oh my God!" But in so many words. In so many words. And so afterwards we went to the reception, and I was waiting to talk to him, and he did not want to believe I was waiting to talk to him, but I mean I was,
All right.
That's it. I mean,
She's saying that's his.
That was March 23rd of 2000.
Well,
March 23rd of what?
2000.
2000.
Yeah.
2002.
Talking about 2002.
2002.
The millennial change.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have to say, this is the first time I've heard that story. And that, Dawn, you knew what you wanted, sis.
yes.
Cliff notes. I gave the cliff notes. But wait a minute, I want to know what my man was wearing. What was he? What was the suit? The suit was just. It was like that, Dawn?
Because she said you could open the door.
He had on a black suit. Yeah, I mean, because I was so late, I had to come in right before the bride. So when they opened the door, the music started playing. Not me. So I had to slide in, but he was standing there, and it comes to find out that we basically ran around in the same circle, but never saw each other.
Wow.
For years. Or since I was in our late teens, early 20s,
Wow.
we actually passed each other up.
See?
And never paid any attention to each other.
Yep.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
Yes, because he was actually friends with my cousin. I was. Yeah.
See? And then you come full circle and your paths meet.
Yes.
And the stars aligned.
Mm-hmm.
And
There's a bunch of other stuff around.
A bunch of other stuff aligned.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
18 years of alignment.
Right. Yes, sir.
So what? How do you recall that day? Tell me about the reception, Chris.
Well, being a preacher, man, I did not think that a young, beautiful woman would want to be caught up with a preacher. So somebody slid over and whispered in my ear, "Hey, young lady over here is waiting to talk to you." I looked at her. I'm like, "Nah, she's not waiting to talk to me."
Talk to me.
Yeah, she's not waiting to talk to me. So I passed up the first time. Testing it out. Walk by to see if she was going, say anything with her.
Not the
Walk
test.
straight by,
Not
act
the
like I
test.
was looking for something. Pretended to be looking for something in the car. I dug around in the car a little bit. Came out of the car. Walked back toward her. She was still standing there. So I'm like, okay, well, let me just stop and say hi. So I stopped, said hi. I mean,
And never said
she
goodbye.
just started glowing. She literally just started glowing. Cheeks swole all up like a blowfish. I'm like, this is really about to happen.
Right.
This is really about to happen, man. And hey, history started right there. That was
Wow.
another story right there.
That's
That
amazing.
is awesome.
That is
I remember
amazing.
when we first met, and I saw your son. I thought he was y'all's child together.
Mm-hmm.
I swore up and down. I couldn't see. I saw more done in him than you.
Yeah.
And that was what was crazy to me.
Yeah.
We've always heard.
Yeah.
It was totally meant
So,
to be.
in being in a blended family,
Mhm.
just paint the picture for y'all out there who may have some excuses that you can't, make it in a relationship because you have this situation or that situation or this situation
Right.
or that situation and everything. No.
Yeah.
Ain't many excuses you can give these two couples.
Okay.
Right.
Been there, done that. Got the
Yeah.
T-shirt and been autograph signed
Yeah.
That's
by
right.
Trouble.
Mhm.
Right.
Right.
Mhm. So tell me this: what do you guys like most about married life
Mhm.
over this past 18
Being
long
married
and
to
strong years?
each other.
Yeah.
For me, I really love somebody that he balanced me, because I mean he calms me, he keeps me down to a minimum. Sometimes I want to go over the top, and he brings me back down. You can't do that. You can't say that. And I'm like, yes, I can. I have a mouth. Yeah. No, you can't. You can't do that, baby. So he keeps me balanced. And to have, for me, it's, I have somebody that comes home, because I work from home. So he comes home to me every day. And I love it when my husband come home. When you say the panoramic, when it was, first got started and everything was wild and crazy, our baby girl had a whistle. As soon as he walked in the door, she blew the whistle. Daddy home! And that's just and that's just how we felt, for him to come home, to be home from outside, not knowing what in or if, what was gonna happen. And I was telling him the other day that I was growing up and people, I fell in love with my husband every day. I love him more today, and I didn't understand then, and I understand now how much it means to me to have him with me.
That is beautiful.
Well said.
And you know what? I'm glad that you said that, because I think, what we need to see and to hear, as far as, when people look at other couples, just what you're saying, that like to be able to welcome your husband, to be able to have that, that thing, because I think when you're in business together, what we find is most of the times, are you around each other so much, or most people feel like, don't you get tired of each other?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, and I think to hear that it is possible to have what you have done, and the way that you express that is, I hope it's something that others can grasp, that it's not supposed to be unusual. That's supposed to be that way.
And during these times, I grew closer to my husband when the divorce rate was going up. That just made me want to hold on tighter. I'm not ready to lose my husband, whether it's divorce or death or anything. I'm not ready for that.
That's right. Absolutely.
Right.
And to live from that, that's beautiful. To live from that thought process. It makes us not take each other for granted.
Sound like an R&B song. I don't want to lose your love. Yeah, sound like some R&B. No pressure, Chris. I don't know how you gonna come behind that, but
I was gonna accuse her of stealing my thought. Actually,
try that one. Let's see how that works. No, go ahead.
For me, she is my support system. She is the one. I mean, she's my cheerleader. Whether I do great or whether I just flop, she's still my cheerleader. Whatever little bit of faith I'm lacking, she makes up. She keeps me encouraged on a day-to-day basis. I mean, there's been times where I would quit almost every day. Every day. I'm done. I'm not going. and she would just come out and she would just say something that would just make me feel like, oh man, I got this, you know, I can do it. And I go into the next day with a whole new attitude, you know, ready to start all over. It's almost like the first day that I opened. I was so excited, you know. And she can always bring that back to me. You know, she can always bring back to me the way that I felt, you know, when we first started dating.
Come on here.
Since, you know, I tell people March 23rd, 2002, we literally only missed one day seeing each other since that day.
Wow.
One day seeing each other, you know, and it wasn't even a full 24 hours. But it brings me back. You know, she takes me back to that day. You know, it's priceless, bro.
Wow.
Yes.
So my Cliff Notes was right. She said, I got you.
She got it.
If you leave, I'm going with you.
Right.
Yes.
What was the little, remember the cartoon we were coming up? I'm going to love him and I'm going to kill him. I'm going to squeeze him and
hold him.
Yes. Where you going? To the restroom.
Right.
Hey, that is not your leader, man. That is my support system. You know.
So what most people don't like to talk about is what I call the seasoning of the relationship. Mm-hmm. This is the spicy bits. Mm-hmm. You know, this is the hot sauce in there. Mm-hmm. You know, this is the salty part of the whole thing, the struggle. What was y'all's greatest struggle and how you overcame it?
Yeah.
You want to take this or you want me to get it?
Keep it.
To be perfectly honest, I think with us, it took us a few years to learn how to communicate. We didn't know how to communicate. We didn't know how to open up to each other. We didn't know how to share, you know. At one period, you know, it was like, I'm gonna hold it all in. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna act like everything's fine. And then when I got to the point where I could start, you know, expressing myself, then it was like we switched roles. You know, then she started holding it in, and she wouldn't, you know, express herself. You know, it took 3 to 4 good years for us to learn how to communicate, and it took us sitting down, a lot of awkward silence, staring at each other, you know, and finally taking that deep breath and just starting to talk. Mm-hmm. You know, and once we started talking, well, she hasn't stopped talking since, but you know, once we started talking, you know,
why he gonna blame it on you, Don? Why he gonna put it on you?
We started to figure out that a lot of times you think that one particular thing is the problem, and once you start to talk about it, you realize that wasn't it at all. Mm-hmm. You know? That wasn't it at all. And I would advise any married couple to talk, to communicate, because if you don't,
preach, sir.
You're going to start to assume what might be going on. And most times that's only gonna impact the problem. That's only gonna make it worse. Yeah. So we talked. And we got all that congestion out. You know? And now we know how to communicate.
Yes. And I think that is so, I mean, that's just clear, like, because that, if we can understand that communication is one of the struggles that is most, you know, major, and it's most vital in our relationships, especially when you look at long-term relationships, because now y'all are over the honeymoon stage, the baby stage, you know, and you realize that, you know, communication, what you didn't know before right? When you put that in all into the package deal to get you to where you are now, you know that you had to be able to be authentic, right? And to allow for each other to be, hey, be you and just express who you are, but you're able to say how you feel, but just maintaining respect.
Right.
Yeah. And I think that is clearly, I agree with you, communication, and it can be a struggle, even when you're married a long time.
Right.
You know,
Well,
you still have that.
It's a moving target because both of you are growing. There's different circumstances. Children are getting older and they're leaving and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But that is awesome.
Yes.
So let's go to your life's work and what you guys are doing. Tell us a little bit. Let's talk about your assignment or whatnot, or what you would consider your purpose or whatever, and how did you come to it? What is your why for doing what you do?
Yeah.
For me, man, it's like I am setting out to do what most people would call the impossible. I want to break generational curses. You know, I want to put my children and my grandchildren on a path that I didn't have the opportunity at a younger age.
Yes.
You know, I want my children to have their own businesses rather than working for somebody else for 30 plus years like I did.
Come on now. Yeah.
I want my children to prioritize, you know, when I was a teenager and even in my early 20s, you know, life insurance, bank accounts, saving accounts, those things weren't important to me, you know, and I wanted to change that. And nobody taught me about those things. Nobody taught me that, you know, when I first moved out of my mom's house, that I could start with a house and not an apartment. Nobody taught me that, you know. So these are some of the values that I believe my purpose is to give to my children so that they can even perfect it and give it to their children, you know, even earlier than I did. Just kind of change the game for the Black family dynamic.
Talk about it. Yes, absolutely.
Awesome.
Don, what about you?
My, like him, is family. So I'm more of the nurturer, the care for people, you know, to provide, you know, and I give all that I can. You know, once I get it in my head that there's something that I want to do for someone, you're not gonna stop me. I'm gonna do it. You know, my passion is. I always say it all the time. I don't like people, but I do. I love people. I don't like them. So people and children are my passion. I really love the kids because they're innocent, you know, and they say things that we don't want to say, you know.
Right.
I like to watch them, you know, most of them I've had from infants. So I like to watch them grow and learn and the progress that they make, you know, while they're here. There are things that they learn here that they may not have learned at home or somewhere else. And, you know, I get kids that come from somewhere else and the parents are like, well, they don't do this. And, you know, they never did that before. You know, when they meet me, it's like, they never did that before. And I'm like, I don't know what it is, but whatever it is that he put in me for kids to trust me, I'm grateful for that. You know, they know if you are a bad person, you know, they're not going to deal with you.
Oh yeah, they'll let you know. They will let you know. I just hear, even the both of you, y'all are, I don't even know if this is a word, but depositors. Like y'all bring an impact to people's lives. And I think that's a part of what, so many times we teach couples about, okay, sowers. There we go. Sowers.
Like sowing seed.
Sowing seed, yes. Mm-hmm. Because, we talk to couples all the time about, vision. Like, why are you just getting together for the cute pictures? Come on, baby. Like, it goes beyond the photo album, but it's the, what are you together for? What is the vision?
You together? Is there more to you guys than sex?
Yes.
Oh, like you say, the Instagram pictures?
Yes.
What impact are you having on the world around you?
Absolutely. Right. And I just see that for the both of you, because y'all have that like-minded, y'all have like minds with that. And, I must say, before we, are done with this interview, is even how the both of you deposit into the lives, and Dawn is right. She will find a way to bless your life. I'm a witness, surprise to me. I mean, with my heater, that should have been in the video. That's going to be in the full length video, and people gonna have to pay to see that one. Okay. That's the movie. That's the movie. Yes. Slow motion with me unwrapping it and everything. Right.
I hear you. I got my hands on one of those massagers.
Oh my.
Listen, don't start with that one.
Wait.
But I think about, how really, I want y'all to talk about this before we get off here, because one of the things that we're always looking at how we surround ourselves with people, and we're careful with who we surround ourselves by and how long we surround ourselves with them. Mm-hmm. But with y'all have, we're learning so much from y'all, even especially in the way of taking breaks, mm-hmm. taking time out, because when you work and you both are in business, you both are entrepreneurs, and it's taxing. Let's just be honest. It gets to be a lot. But one of the things that we're learning from the Westside Johnsons, y'all, is that taking breaks is necessary. Can y'all share how that benefits a marriage?
Ooh, yes. You wouldn't think that things are that different when you step away from the norm, when you step away from your daily routine, you would think that we would be able to just take breaks at home. Doesn't happen. We tried it. We had to learn that because of the type of people that we are, and I'm not patting myself on the back. I'm not trying to say we're just these great people or whatever, but when you have a heart to serve, you gotta disconnect sometimes, because if I'm available, I'm gonna serve.
That's good, Chris.
So the only way to take a break is I have to take these little short periods and make myself unavailable. So we made a pact between us that we have not broken since we started. Every 3 months we get away, even if it's just for a weekend. Every 3 months we get away, and we have not missed a quarter since we started several years ago. Big vacations. We don't go off and spend crazy amounts of money or anything like that. I mean, we just get away for a weekend. It does the body, the brain, spiritually. I mean, everything. You're just totally refreshed. And I also learned that when we do that, we come back more energized and ready to, that next task of servitude, we're more effective, after we've taken, some time to ourselves. So, I mean, that's how it works for me. And you got anything to add?
I call it a hard reset, just a reset. And when we get away, it's not, going to Cancun or Mexico, or the Bahamas or anything. We're getting away to where it's peaceful and quiet. We can enjoy each other. We're getting away from the crowd. So we don't want to go where the crowd is and not pay attention to each other. So we can still pay attention to each other, and enjoy each other. Because once you're in the crowd, if you get lost, and that's not what I want to do. We want to find each other. It's like finding each other all over again. So getting quiet, secluded places to where we can walk, look at nature, hold hands, and it's just quiet. And that's the part that I love.
What she said.
Well said, the both of you. And I think because y'all are able to express that self-care, it sounds like self-care is vital, even as a couple, to be able to take the time, because I think the more you find yourself around people, those of us who are servants, like are servant leaders and servant minded, will find ourselves helping somebody. It could be a stranger.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And what's interesting, I took it. So we're reading a book that one of our daughters shared with us, and that was a confirmation from what you guys shared with us on that hunting trip in November.
Yes.
It was phenomenal. It was phenomenal to hear that again. That if there's times where you really, even in your day, taking a time to disconnect, doing something totally different from your work or whatever. And it just talked about effectiveness, and how entrepreneurs really need to take that time. They think that plowing through, Eric Johnson, I'm gonna get it.
Yep.
I'm on
burning the midnight oil to wake up and give more. Right.
To wake up, sleep, and halfway doing everything you need to be doing it, and everything. You're not giving all your all when you need to recharge the batteries. That's something that Stephen Covey said too. He said, take time to sharpen the saw or whatnot. So, but that is awesome. So with that, our last question is, what message would you give to couples and families, given what we're all facing these days, redefining ourselves, coming out of the pandemic, Texas, we got another hard freeze coming in 2 days and everything. What would you share what would be your message to couples that's finding it hard to make it through?
I would say go back to why you fell in love with that person. Think about that.
Yeah.
Why did you fall in love with them? What made you fall in love with them? And if for nothing else, just stand facing each other and just be quiet and look into each other's eyes.
Yeah.
No talking, just look into each other's eyes.
Yeah.
And thoughts will come back. And they will make you cry. Trust me, I do it quite a bit.
You do.
Just that. That's what it does for me. There's no quitting in this game. We didn't get in this to quit. That's not an option.
Right.
So hold on. Yes, it's gonna get hard, but work. It takes work. Like the song's like, anything worth having at all is worth working for and waiting for you to have to work. You work to make money, so work on your relationship.
Yes.
This is the best thing you can have. Money goes.
Yeah.
In there, had it and lose it and get it again. But the relationship, if you don't have money, you have to have your relationship to stay together.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely. I love that, Dawn. Because most wealthy people at the end of a rich person's life, they say that they don't say how much money I got in the bank. They look for the people, their loved ones
them that matter most.
That matter the most.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mighty man, anything to add?
I would. I could probably say a million things, but I will try to give you the concise version.
We appreciate it.
I would say. I think she covered the relationship pretty well. I would say because finances and hardship is one of the things that cause married couples to separate. I would say that we need to get back to the simpler way of life. That is another reason why, when we vacation, we go to some of these, primitive places, these secluded places. There's nothing fancy about it, not a lot of restaurants and theme parks, and stuff like that, because I think somewhere along the line, we lost touch with the simpler way of life. We lost touch with knowing how to survive. I often tell people that we have to get prepared and stay prepared for the just in case type stuff.
Yeah.
Back in the day, the old mothers and grandmothers, they kept candles and kerosene and kerosene lamps. They kept they had ways to cook if there was no electricity, if there was no gas. They stored water, and stuff like that. And I think in this day and age, I think we've lost touch with those things. If they say a hurricane is coming or a tornado is coming or it's going to get cold or whatever, everybody has to run out to the grocery store, and fight over the last roll of toilet paper. I think I don't know where it happened, but somewhere we lost touch. They call people, they call us old fashioned. My wife. I would not be surprised if she, had a, small can of diesel fuel in her purse.
Not in her purse, Chris.
Whatever the circumstance calls for, somehow between the two of us, we prepared for it.
Yeah. Right. I've seen her pack, so
he may not be lying. That might not be any falsity.
I got video footage. I have video footage.
And
of Chris
you help
pulling
carry
stuff.
out
Yes,
I help carry out the bag.
Yeah, my muscles, my back could attest that. It might have been some diesel in there.
I'll tell you what, you took it a massage for my pain that I caused.
Oh, we love you, honey.
Yes,
Not like you.
Got to.
Okay,
Gotta
so
love it.
Yeah.
Tell me this: how can people find Aim with a Purpose and Precious Cargo Childcare?
Yes.
I am on Facebook at Precious Cargo Childcare Center, and I have a website as well, PreciousCargoCC.com. I'm also on the state website, which is hhs.gov, because I am a licensed childcare, in-home childcare center.
Say that. In the front.
Right. Nice.
say I'm legal. I
Yeah.
ain't big mama and
I got
auntie.
papers.
I got papers.
I got papers.
Going to Nana's house just cause. No, papers on the wall.
Child's not gonna be transformed coming walking through that door, crossing that threshold. Come on with it.
Love it.
Oh boy. Aim with a Purpose. We are located at 4505 Highway 6 North, Houston, Texas 77084. We're in Suite 200B. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok.
Yeah.
Our website is AIMWAP20.com.
Hands down.
That is, y'all.
All right.
You got children's that's under school age, and you in the Katy area, make your way.
From birth to 12 years old.
Ooh,
all right.
Okay.
Birth
to 12. There you have it.
That is.
Mm-hmm.
And if you just need to get on the waiting list, get on the waiting list.
Yeah.
Get on the waiting list.
Yeah. Handle it.
Your baby's life change.
Right. Hands down.
More than just the diapers.
Right. Considering, right.
You can use that, Don. You can use that.
I like that.
Yeah, you like that? All right. Just give me a little royalty. That's all.
Gotcha.
Well, look, it was awesome. Thank you guys for coming and sharing with us your wisdom for the couples out here around the world. We are grateful for it. But anyway, I don't know what else to say. Go and utilize all that they just shared. Aim with a Purpose for home defense, outdoor enthusiasts. Hey, the proof is in the pudding.
Okay.
Man took me on my first hunt.
And he came back with, how do I say that word?
With steaks.
Okay, there we go. I don't want to say the wrong word.
Yeah.
Okay.
You had me scared for a minute. All right. Well, look, thank y'all, Westside Johnsons.
Thank y'all.
Southside.
Yes. Hang tight for us real quick. All right, y'all. There it is.
Y'all
real people, real situations,
but real relationships
and real love. Hands down.
We did that.
Yeah. That's
how we
E squared. Exponential relationship wellness.
Hello.
Right. All right. Look, so that's gonna be it. We look forward to seeing you guys on the next go round. We bid you now peace.
Yes. Well, before that too, if you have any couples that you say that we should have on the show,
if you know
want
anybody,
us to interview them, for them to be highlighted. This is what this is about. We really want to highlight and showcase couples that are not always in the
extraordinary couples that are diamonds in the rough.
Hello.
Yeah, you know, everybody watching celebrities, and what I've seen so far with celebrities, you're missing the people that are right in front of you.
Right in front of you.
Extraordinary people that should be celebrities by their lifestyle,
right, they are.
in their own right. So I agree. Hands down. Send it in to us. Look. Comment in the chat. What do you think are great qualities? What would you say a message that you would give to couples if you are couples, and if you're not, if you're single or if you're in a relationship? What are some questions that you want to know about marriage and commitment and so on and so forth?
Yeah.
All right. So with that,
peace and multiply blessings.